Hello guys, I'm GreenAppleTT. I have a siege battle to show you guys today because I haven't seen a lot of Medieval 2 multiplayer content being made lately. So I thought why not just show this? So this is a siege battle in a fortress, castle that I played with a couple of guys. And I'm playing as Turkey, which is one of my favorite countries to play as in Medieval 2 because they have a very interesting units, even though their infantry is very weak. So I'm bringing some spear militia in order to just hold the line, some Ottoman infantry, Janissary archers to harass the enemy, and a lot of naffatuns. These will be most important units in my army. They will be the ones that will get most kills and break the enemy and support my allies' heavy infantry. And then for infantry, my main infantry force is the Hashashim, which is a very good unit, but it's very expensive, so it's not very cost effective. And then I have some more Ottoman infantry, and I have some Allied light cavalry to protect my soldiers and possibly protect my allies. And my ally here, I don't remember exactly what the money was, but he did not bring a lot of guys, even though we had 10k or 12k. I think he was very new, maybe, I don't know, but he was very enthusiastic, I suppose. He was always referring to his men as legionaries of Rome or something. These are Vikings, but the same color, red as Rome. So he has 5 units. Maybe they have chevron upgrades. I think these small flags might indicate that he put on some experience. So he doesn't have a lot of infantry, but it's very elite. So personally, I would have preferred if he brought 4 chivalric knights and then 4 feudal knights. That would be probably perform better, but it's alright. And he has a cannon just like me. And then our last ally is this guy here, Bear Yogi, and he's playing as Spain, which is one of the most powerful siege nations in the game, and he's gonna be very important because he has most of us our heavy infantry, and he also has very elite archers. But these crossbowmen are cheap and their morale isn't very good, but their attack is very high. They have 12 missile attack and armor piercing, so they can basically kill everything as long as you get a good shot, which requires some skill because their crossbows are firing in a straight line. So you have to find a spot where they can fire in a straight line and hit the enemy. Then he brings a lot of conquistadors. Conquistadors are very good, so the fact that he's bringing more than 4 and getting the cost penalty isn't that big of a deal, because these guys have the highest morale and very high attack also, so they perform very well. Then he brings a lot of cavalry, a bit too much in my opinion. This money could have been spent on more conquistadors or whatever, but as long as he stays safe from the enemy cav, that's okay. And then he has a basilisk, which is the most powerful cannon when it comes to taking down walls. That's very good. And I'm gonna speed up a bit here, maybe make a cut and let the defenders deploy, and then I'll show their army, and then we'll get into the action. Okay, so our enemies just finished deploying, which took quite a while. but they have quite good troops. They have a lot of heavy infantry, so feudal knights. These guys not so good. I mean, they have armor piercing, but they're not very cost effective, unlike his pikemen that he has here, the Swiss pikemen, which are some of the best pikemen in the game. Then he has some armored sergeants, also not the most cost effective units, cost about as much as feudal knights, but they don't perform nearly as well. If you put like a feudal knight against armored sergeants, the armored sergeants are only gonna get like 10 kills against the feudal knights, if they're lucky. And they're not really defending the outer wall very well. They have like 3 guys here, which is a quite good indicator that they're not gonna defend this, and that means that we don't have to spend as much money and ammunition taking down the walls and etc. And we will have more ammo left to bombard the town center here, which they appear to be defending much more. And this guy also brought some Papal Guard, which is a good unit, but it's a bit overpriced. It costs like 740, but it does not perform as well as a feudal knight. So their armies aren't perfect, but they're like, it's nice seeing some units that are more unique, like the Vulture. So that was very fun. And if we analyze their defense here around the town center, it's clear that they will try to defend these parts first and probably use this wall here to shoot our men with their crossbows here and get a very clean shot. But now I think we're gonna be here in the deployment, the bombardment stage, so I might have to make another cut because sieges always take a lot of time and there's a lot of downtime where not a lot of stuff is happening. Franz tried to snipe all the artillery. He got like some peasants and not a lot of else. I think Beryogi made a very good move, possibly. I think he ran up his peasants and basically used them as human meat shields so that his artillery didn't like get sniped, which is a very smart move to make. And meanwhile on the other side I'm just like moving over here. I noticed that they don't have a lot of cav and they seem to be idle here in the town center. They're not probably gonna use their cav since they have their generals in it and they don't want to like lose it in a sally out. So I was pretty confident in splitting up my forces and not like being too worried that it would kill them with cap. Anyways, I'll make a cut until the next action now. Okay guys, so I skipped forward a bit and I basically took down some of the towers and then made a hole, and the plan is basically to harass him until he decides that it's not worth it to protect the walls and he runs back to the town center where his real defense is. And I took down the towers so that if he decides to defend this area for a short while, I won't lose too many men to the archer towers. And now I saw that he was not really paying attention, so I took my naffatuns forward and I'm killing one of his most elite units. And I'm also shooting with my archers, but they're a bit glitched out. I think like one guy was stuck in the tower here, so they're like constantly running away. And I killed like half the unit, so it's very successful. Naffatuns are extremely deadly if you use them correctly and the enemy isn't paying attention. So that was a good trade. And Spain he is attacking this part of the wall, since it's closer to us and it's more easily taken. There are not as many towers here that he has to take down as over here, and he can also get support from us here. So France has some archers here, and wow, they got like blasted by the cannon. This part of the wall here can be taken down, but this here can't, so I'm not sure if they're gonna really die from the wall falling down underneath them. And the Spanish infantry decided not to pursue his archers, and I think he turned off his fire at will, I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm taking my cav and I'm basically trying to cut off his escape. So if he tries to run away through the wall, he has to pass through this section, and I'll try to have my cavalry ready there. But now Spain is starting to take down the wall, and whenever you hit the wall with artillery, it sort of glitches out the men on the wall, so they cancel their orders. So you have to like really click it very much and try to like spam them away from danger, which France seems to be doing now. And Spain is soon gonna have an entrance, and he's gonna try and chase them down. And meanwhile, I'm trying to use the wall here against the enemy, so I'm basically gonna try and put my archers here and shoot the guys here so get a good shot. But it's difficult to assault this area because, as you can see, they have a hill which is very useful for infantry, and it's also very useful for the archers since they get a very clear shot. They can just shoot over the heads of their infantry. So this is definitely not the easiest castle to take down, unless you have a lot of archers which can like harass the enemy from the streets here and like whittle down their defenses. And right now I'm sending my spear militia sort of to cut off the escape of these guys. So Aventurier have like much better melee stats than spear militia, but that doesn't really matter because as long as I keep them from running away, then the Spanish infantry can basically come and massacre the archers, which he seems to be doing here. And meanwhile, Denmark is moving up his cannon. This is quite a good spot to shoot from, especially if you take some distance, because then you get like a perfect arch here where you can hit the infantry. So that is one of the issues defending this castle, is that you get very good opportunities to shoot the enemy, but you're very exposed while you do it. So my spear militia got absolutely massacred by his archers. They only killed 10 guys and they're running away now, but the Spanish infantry is pulling up here. These guys didn't have time to run away because of my spearmen, so we're now gonna like massacre them. And he's pulling in some noble knights. I think the idea was that he was gonna kill my spearmen while they were harassing the Aventurier, but he was too late, and I had my cav here also, so I can basically harass these guys and keep them from running away now. And I have my Hashishim falling up here. And you're gonna see that Hashishim are very elite as individual soldiers. They have 2 hit points, 16 attack I think. And these noble knights, they're affected by the 2-handed glitch, so they're not as effective as their stats would suggest. So they have like 21 attack, armor piercing, 15 defense, but they still don't perform too well. And my cavalry here is charging them in the back, so they're starting to waver, and yeah, they're running away now. So that was very nice to get like a free kill. And then he has sent one more unit here to harass us, and he sort of caught my naffatuns. And my allies' cav is now retreating, so they're no longer like protecting my naffatuns. Luckily for me, he like tried to pursue the cavalry. He was not paying attention to my naffatuns, but I was like sort of running away in front of them, so that was a bit stupid, but yeah. And now I'm basically trying to take advantage of his like mistake of like sending units too far away from his main force, basically trying to get some free kills here before the main battle. And Denmark is sort of pulling up here. I'm not sure if he's hitting anything with his cannon. I don't think he is. Yeah, and he was basically going berserk now. He's like chanting Roman war cries and whatever. So I was like, okay, I guess things are about to get serious. He's still gonna charge everything in. So I was like, okay, I need to prepare to help my ally, even though I personally prefer a slower playstyle where you really make sure to get out the most of your skirmishers and everything, and make sure that everything is like perfectly coordinated. But this is gonna be fine, I guess. And I'm trying to use my cavalry as much as possible, because they're not very useful in a prolonged melee. So I'm trying to get some like quick kills here, like on his crossbows and whatever. But it's difficult to charge here. Like the cav gets stuck on walls and stuff, so they don't get their charge bonus. And he also has like a lot of men here protecting. So yeah, it's not the easiest, the most ideal thing, but 3 kills, it's something, I guess. Yeah, in Denmark, I guess he's maybe shooting these guys, but he can't break this wall. He can break this one and this one. So I don't think he's gonna have like a big impact doing that. And then here, they positioned themselves very perfectly here. So they're shooting down on him. I was telling him like, yo, dude, your legionaries, they're getting slaughtered. Maybe you want to do something about it. But he's like, oh, shield wall. But yeah, this is a very good spot to attack from. Maybe we should have kept like a cannon outside here and shut down these walls, but it was a bit difficult coordinating with Denmark and like getting them to do stuff like that. So I basically wanted to keep my artillery and take down other targets, not waste ammo on that, since I didn't know if he was gonna like support me taking down other important targets. And here we're breaking the broken lances. They have very poor morale, so that was easy, and it was a nice flanking maneuver from Spain. And now Denmark is basically deciding to go full Viking berserk mode. He has put all his heavy infantry in to a charge, and it might be kind of effective at first now, because the Papal States is sort of trying to hold back the Spanish here. So they're leaving their backs open and they don't have enough reserves to cover themselves. So this is gonna be very devastating from them. Their men are running away, they're being chased, and their escape sort of cut off. So they're gonna lose a lot of guys here. So that was very nice to see, especially since like from the very start, the balance of power was actually against us, I think, because Denmark didn't bring a lot of guys. So it's nice to see that it's slowly like turning more in our favor. And now Denmark is gonna like engage this street here, which is not the best place to attack, because the Pavis crossbowmen here have a very good shot. and I'm starting to use my artillery somewhere. I don't know where I have it, but to take down this ball.
Broken down the walls.
Yeah.
Now we must strike faster than the wind.
So basically I got a lot of kills, like 30 guys here died. And France is pulling in his pikes. The thing with pikes is that they're very like iffy. They easily drop their pikes and just become like regular mediocre swordsmen. So you basically have to position them very much so that like the knights here stand in front of them, so that these guys can put down their pikes without the Vikings getting too close. Because if these guys get too close, then these guys will drop their pikes and start, you know, wailing around with swords instead. So now he managed to get the pikes down again, and he, as you can see, he's really like massacring these Danish guys. They like have no chance to even hit back. They're just getting poked in their like belly buttons constantly. So yeah, this is it's a tough battle for the Danish, but thanks to the chevrons, his guys aren't gonna run away, even though they're getting quite massacred. So they're gonna put up more of a fight than, you know, the Italians did here. And meanwhile, I'm trying to, you know, put my guys up here to get like a good shot. So I realized that if they're gonna defend this street here, then this area here will be quite good in getting a shot off. And I have my naffatuns here. Some of these guys are like trying to hit from here. They have some success doing so, but not a ton. And then I was trying, yeah, I guess I charged here with cav, I missed that. But yeah, it was quite devastating. I'm sorry for missing that. Unfortunately, these guys are still shooting here and I don't think I can get a good shot. But my spear militia fighting these guys, it's not gonna go good for my men because they have like, I don't know, 5 attacks, 7 defense, and these guys have like 11 attacks, 16 defense, so yeah. But at least they're, you know, trying, they're, you know, getting an award for participation. And there, I think my artillery, it's like going berserk mode right now. It's here, and I'm basically trying to eliminate his archers that are here and then like massacring our guys. As you can see, like I only have 25 janissaries right now because these guys have been standing here at a very good angle and just shooting down here. But it was fine by me because at the end of the day, what matters is like my naffatuns and the elite infantry of Spain and Denmark. So if they shoot some of my shittier units, like the Ottoman infantry, instead of like conquistadors, that's okay. And I managed to shoot down a wall here, so kill a bunch of these guys, 15 I guess. And he has more guys here, so I'm gonna like try and continue to harass them. And meanwhile here, he's like starting to defend his flank here, so that I can't kill his interior as easily. And I'm trying to get some shots off here with naffatuns. It's kinda difficult, like javelin units or throwing units are kinda, they easily just don't do anything. Like just throw empty hands. They like do pretend throws. So you have to like target, yeah, you can see they're not really throwing all of them. So you have to target the guys at the very back, so they will like, because if you target something that's too close to your allies, then they won't like fire because they want to avoid friendly fire. But if you target these guys here at the back, then they will still like throw because there's no friendlies close. And some of the shots that are like landing short will hit these guys here that are closer to the battle. So it's basically a guaranteed like hit. So that's like how to use naffatuns and javelins in general. And yeah, he's like starting to pull in his cav here, and I don't have a lot of units to like protect. I have some guys like going in trying to keep him from harassing me, and then he started like going out here, which is not the best for me because he can get around here, and I don't have like a lot of units to stop him. And here they basically had to pull back because we were massacring them. So now I'm basically like exploiting that, pulling up my naffatuns. But it's like I'm all over the place, so my micro isn't the best. I have some hashishim like holding the line, but these guys are gonna get a bit caught. Oh, there goes more infantry here. It's like a lot of stuff happening here. Yeah, these guys got kind of massacred. There were 60 of them, now there's only 30. So my cannon, I thought it was only meant like to take down the walls and I wouldn't get much use of it besides from that. But it's like really one of my #1 killing units right now. And I'm pulling back my naffatuns because they were getting massacred. And my ally is not really committing right now. So it's a bit difficult for me to hold the line. And yeah, the Danish artillery was gonna shoot right down here. But we don't have anything protecting it, so that's unfortunate. And these guys are like, I guess, pussies. They're like, oh no, there's guys with knives, we're gonna run away. But these guys, they're gonna die now. But this is sort of good for us. They're pulling out, so they're going right into the killing zone. I have archers here, they're gonna get a very good shot. And my naffatuns, if they don't get like massacred, are also gonna have a good shot here. And meanwhile in this zone here, like my guys, I just forgot them, but they're, you know, still fighting whatever's left here. Denmark is basically all dead, but I mean, he put up a good fight, I guess. He didn't like the round, so that was nice. And then I'm trying to like put some pressure on this flank here. Some naffatuns, some hashishim to protect them. Oh, and that guy got absolutely sniped. Oh, I think he was the last guy alive in his army, so not too important. These guys are trying to flank us, I guess. Oh, good luck with that, I guess. And there are some guys still fighting here, but it's like only scraps left of like other units, so not very important. And then here, my guys holding them off. It's going very well. These guys have very high morale, but like my naffatuns, you can see like they hit my general. Luckily he has a lot of hit points, but yeah, the naffatuns are going like a bit too close to friendly lines, which is a problem. Like, if you accidentally kill a spearman with a naffatuns bomb, that's not a big problem because it's like single spearman is not worth a lot, but like the hashishim are very elite as individuals. If one of them dies from like naffatuns fire, that's not too well. And now my guys are like walking into the enemy because they were targeting some guys that ran away. So that's like something you have to be careful of with your skirmishers, is that if you target some guys and they run away, you have to like make sure that you target some new units, otherwise your like skirmishers are gonna like start to run in. Yeah. And I have some like more spear militia here. And I forgot, like my janissaries here, they're sort of unprotected. I have some peasants holding the line, but I mean it's only gonna last for a very short time, so that was not like the best. So that's a bit unfortunate, but like the janissary archers aren't that good. They don't have armor piercing, so they don't do a lot of damage. And archers, and my general goes.
And allowed himself to be slain in battle.
So that was not the best thing to do, to like use my general there. And my guys are starting to waver. There's like a lot of them, but they're still like starting to run away. So that's very like unfortunate. Oh, and there goes our ally. He's like,
we must look to our own soldiers
I guess a lot of the Spanish guys are getting absolutely killed here. Like these haven't been fighting a lot, but these guys are very efficient here, as I mentioned earlier. And the French guys that were flanking, that were mentioned earlier, they're here now. They're trying to, I don't know, kill our archers or something, but I mean, they're unsupported, so they're not going to be super effective, but I mean, they are keeping the Spanish here in the kill zone where he has his archer support, so that is good. But the Spanish are like starting to flood them right now, and that could like make them break, because if you take a lot of casualties very quickly, which you do like when you flood the enemy, then it's very easy to, you know, break. So that's like a good strategy, although I'm not sure if he did it on purpose. And the French here are starting to push. I don't have a lot of guys to stop them, I only have one like depleted Hashimi unit without a general. So I'm sort of relying on the Spanish to hold the line while I'm trying to get as many Naphtha shots off as possible. And I'm sort of losing some guys, but it looks okay. It's a good engagement here for me, like the Swiss pikemen aren't using the pikes. And these guys are running away because of the Naphtha fire and the elite Spanish infantry. And if we look at the balance of power, it's very even, it's like 3% difference. They're still sort of in their favor, they have a lot of elite units left. And I'm starting to like try and flank them here. I'm starting to use my naffatuns here. But I don't have like a lot of units to protect my naffatuns with, so it's very easy for them to like get in here. But I have some Hashishim sort of holding the line, but his archers again very efficient here, shooting down my naffatuns. But as you can see, they're like absolutely massacring these guys, and they're starting to run even though they like started to catch my naffatuns, so that's lucky for me. And now I'm sort of worried because they have a lot of cavalry left, and this is a very open area which is very easily to charge, so my men are very exposed here. But I'm exploiting the fact that he started to pull back to flank these remaining guys. And yeah, they're getting quite massacred. And my spearmen here, I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to do, hold the line while my other units, you know, flank and break the enemy. So they're not getting any kills, but they are like making it possible for my naffatuns to, you know, massacre these guys. But here the cavalry is coming, and fortunately for me, his own men were blocking his charge, so I sort of had time to run away. Oh yeah, the Spanish here, they're using their artillery at point blank range, which is very nice. And then my Hashishim broke, I'm not sure how, they just like decided to run away, and then they decided to run into the enemy, like they completely glitched out, I guess. And yeah, I lost an entire unit for no reason, which was tough because we don't have like a lot of infantry left. Yeah, a lot of our units are like routing in this direction, which is very strange. And yeah, my artillery is getting some more guys. So we're basically killing a lot of their archers. Yeah, he was trying to flank us here and get an even better shot, but I guess we put an end to that. So yeah, my artillery has been very efficient, but we don't have a lot of guys left. We have some like conquistadors, they're very good, but I mean, he really got massacred here by the archers. As you can see, there was like lots of corpses from his guys, you know, face down. But he still has this unit here, very healthy, so that's gonna be important. He has some mounted crossbows, maybe they have ammo left. But we're reaching like the end stage. They have like depleted most of their ammo, we also have. But I'm gonna like try to use what I have left here to shoot the pikes, because the pikes don't have very good like archer resistance. So it's a very good unit to target instead of knights, because oh whoa. Yeah, that was very good from his artillery here. And he's like trying to shut it down now, but I have some Hashishim protecting and the naffatuns, so he's probably not gonna have a lot of luck doing that. And my Janissaries run out of ammo, so I'm gonna use them to oh whoa. Yeah, that artillery is very heavy. It's like, I don't know, 20-30 kills on elite infantry, which is like quite a lot at this stage of the battle. Yeah, my archers, they're out of ammo, they're very depleted. I only have like some scraps left, some naffatuns with very low ammo. So yeah, we don't have a lot, but we're starting to turn the battle like more in our favor, thanks to the artillery and thanks to like breaking a lot of their guys. So it's more and more starting to like look like we have a chance of winning, which it didn't like at the beginning because we had so few men compared to them. And Spain here is like exploiting the fact that like you can go around here, I think. And he's starting to like take down their archers and harass their flank, which is very good initiative from his part. And there's some more archers here. I'm not sure what they're shooting at. Maybe they can reach these guys. But yeah, we're like reaching a bit of like a slower stage here, because my ally wasn't really like pulling in all of his infantry, and I couldn't like attack on my own because my own infantry is very trash. So I was basically like waiting for my ally to do stuff, and meanwhile I was like using up the last of my ammo, you know, getting some kills here, wherever I could. So that was very useful. Yeah, he's starting to hit more. Like, if you're at this stage as a defender and like you don't have any ammo and the attackers are just shooting you, you should just like try and attack and like overwhelm the defenders, because we don't have a lot of infantry here. Like a lot of his infantry is like here or there, so they're not really protecting our skirmisher units. And I mean, he started charging out my naffatuns here, and I wasn't quick enough to react. But I mean, they didn't have a lot of ammo, so it's okay. And then I have this very healthy naffatun unit, but they're gonna have like a very unfortunate end soon to their very good flaming career. Because as I mentioned before, this cavalry here, very deadly. I saw they was moving, so I was like, okay, let's go guys. But then my guys just decided to stop moving here, like I don't know why, and they basically got like absolutely massacred. Like I was telling them like go here when he started moving, but they like, nah, I've had enough. War is hell. I don't want to live anymore. And they got absolutely killed by his cavalry, and he didn't lose any guys either. So it's very like efficient cavalry charge from his part. If I were them, I would like constantly charge, because your general isn't valuable at this point. So if you lose him, it doesn't matter, because you have this place here with infinite morale. So oh, and we got him. So
has been cut off. The
yeah,
tail is sure to wither.
And he's starting to charge here. Luckily for me, his allies sort of blocked his charge. And my guys are running away now because Ottoman infantry are like cowards, very low morale. And they decide to commit suicide like my other guys, sort of. They started running in here, but now they're running the other way. I mean, the mechanic for like routing is very strange in this game. Yeah, and I'm trying to like kill his cavalry with my machine, but I'm not having a lot of success. I'm using my spearmen, but the spears are like, I mean, they're spearmen, but they're like very weak spearmen, so really the only thing that can stop his cavalry is like my naffatuns or the conquistadors. So we're starting to like kill these guys, but the French guy who's using his cavalry a bit more efficient, he's still alive. So that's tough. And my Ottoman, they're returned, but they're like shaken, exhausted, which means that they are not really gonna fight. And they're out of ammo also, so they're not useful actually. Like my spearmen here, I mean, they're probably even more useful because they're like steady and only wounded. So yeah. And the Spanish forces here decided to break. I guess maybe they got outflanked or just a lot of them died, so they gave up. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not very good at commentating. Yeah, he's starting to attack here from the flank, trying to, I don't know, reach my last Naphtha guy, the last survivor. Or our artillery, I don't quite know. But my cannon crew that was out of ammo, we were trying to stop them. And I was hoping that the Spanish would help. He has like one cavalry guy here, which is nice, but he's dead now. I would have like appreciated the conquistadors going in, especially this one unit. This is like the key to our like victory right now. They're like completely healthy, they haven't like moved an inch, so they're very like well rested. And my spearmen started to break, they can't like handle these more elite spearmen. And my Hashim, they're like still fighting, not giving up, even though like I don't know how many percent, like 90% or more, maybe more, 95% of his friends are dead. He's all alone, being poked. But then the Spanish come save him. So he's like lone survivor. And the Spanish are now continuing to shoot. I mean, if I were them, I would like charge straight in, like have some units attack the conquistadors so that they can't help the artillery, and then like the cav going in, just finishing them very quickly. But he sees a better target. My guys here, I forgot about him. I think like I didn't think they would return, so I like was completely oblivious to the fact that they could get killed because I didn't think they were still like alive. So yeah, they're running away now. Not like a big loss because they wouldn't be able to fight anyways, but I mean, it's still good to have some guys, I guess. And I managed to trap his general here, so if we're lucky, these guys are gonna be able to poke him to death with the like wooden sticks. It's not like even a real spear, they don't have any iron almost, it looks like. It's just like a stick that is sort of like sharpened. Yeah, and he's starting to kill the artillery, and I think he neutralized it. You need 3 guys to shoot 1 cannon, so 6 guys to shoot both. So they're dead. My Hashashim are sort of trying to take vengeance on this guy for massacring. Oh, whoa. Oh, I still have some guys left, but I think they only have very few shots, like 2 shots. So yeah, I mean, they're taking revenge for this guy that lost all of his friends. And now it's starting to really look like in favor of our team. It's a bit slow. I mean, Spain wasn't really attacking, so I didn't really know what to do because I have like 60 spearmen and like 1 Hashashim, so it's not really like I could do much. Or 5 Hashashim, oh that's quite a difference then, I guess. So we're just standing here like, yeah, don't mind me, I'm just gonna throw some firebombs at you guys. And these guys ran out of ammo now, I think, so just like chilling here amongst like the burned corpses of their enemies and some of these spearmen. So yeah, it's like just throwing at these guys at this point. And Spanish, I'm not sure if they're gonna pull in now. Yeah, I mean he's getting kills. Yeah, 2 kills per volley. Yeah, it's very useful.
Our cursed foe has lost control of the castle.
And we're going all in now. And the pikemen are sort of poking the Spanish, but not to great effect. And here you can see like why spearmen are so trash, because their stats are very weak. So like they were fighting 2 guys here, and he lost like 10 or 5 men, even though they like completely surrounded the knights. So spearmen are not very cost efficient, but like if you don't have access to feudal knights, like Turks don't, then they're like okay, because you can like use some of your better units like cavalry or naffatuns to like flank and scare off the enemy. Oh Jesus, I usually don't talk this much, so my voice is sort of dying now. And I was sort of at a party yesterday, so I'm sort of dying right now. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this siege battle. I'm not sure if my commentary and my camera action was perfect. I mixed a lot of these shots where we were like killing these archers, but I didn't get the shots where Spain was like massacring these Italians over here. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed the Naphtha shots and the, you know, action from the Viking legionaries here. The guy that played Denmark, he was very intense, very fun to play with, even if his tactic maybe wasn't the best because he didn't get a lot of kills, but it was fun. And yeah, you know, well played by everyone. They used very good archer angles, but we also managed to use very good angles for our artillery, our archers, our naffatuns. So it was a tough battle between good foes. And Spain, he got a lot of kills. He had a smaller army than them, more focused on elite infantry, while they had like a lot of spearmen and pikemen, which aren't as elite, but pikemen are very cost efficient. And I had the biggest army in our force. Not very good guys, but they got the job done. And yeah, if you look here at the stats, Mahashashim, you can see 55 kills. A normal unit in this battle size is 60, so I mean they basically killed 1 unit, which is good. This guy caught a lot of prisoners, so efficient. These guys also did decent. Naffatuns here you can see like killing more than an entire unit, or like 1.5 units, 2 units for this guy. So very efficient. I got like 5 of them because the rules didn't restrict that, which was very fun because I really like playing as the Middle Eastern factions, because I think they have a bit more flavor than the Western factions, because usually just, you know, play the Western faction so you get like a ton of infantry and like with swords and shields, and that's that. But here you can get like javelins, naffatuns, and other interesting units that you usually don't play with. So that was very fun. Then my Yamster archers, I mean, they did decent. They got like kind of massacred. I don't know if you can see, but they were like massacred here, along with the conquistadors, by his aventurier up here. Then my allied cavalry, they did good. They killed the knights here. Peasants, not a single kill. Spear militia, I mean, just holding the line. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe I'll do a quick video of another like field battle soon or anything. Yeah, bye.